Hey, kitty. Are you going to come over the fence? Do I have to open the gate for you? You going to come up and over? You want me to open the gate? Is that what you want? Yeah. Yeah. This really is spectacular. I love sumac in the autumn. So amazing, the colors. Just stunning. And then it's just muted greens. Different textured. The beech beginning to do some yellows. You coming, girls? Come on! Woo! You've stopped because I've stopped. As soon as they hear the sound of their nuts landing in the tin trough, they'll race down the hill and around the corner and through the gate. Isn't that right, ladies? I haven't even brought the food out. Oh, that's because I closed the gate. Because I was going in and out of this field today with the quad and the trailer. So they're all locked behind the gate. Never mind. I can now put their food in the trough in peace. Well, hello, ladies. You're all running away now. Because I'm coming towards you. Except for a little bit, of course. There we go. Oops! Somebody landed on top of each other. Now munching on their food. My favorite poppy coming up through the County aster. My frilly poppy. Just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Autumn color. The woods are soon gonna change from their canopy of green into their canopy of autumn. It's gonna look lovely. Isn't that right, puppers? Yeah. Okay. Whoops. Stand still and let the big dogs run, or I'll get tipped over. Did a lot of cleaning around here. My cleaning up pile is right there to rot down. And cleaned around the holly. This little Japanese maple. This beech tree, I'm just gonna see how it goes. There's a tall hawthorn there. This magnolia. I'm looking forward to seeing how that does. I got that for free. This stake is here. The combination of stakes is to remind me during the summer when I planted it to water it and stuff like that. Then this is a cherry tree that a friend and myself planted literally 2 days before lockdown. Another Japanese maple. Look at the colors. Beautiful. It's almost, look at the leaves on the floor around it. The beech tree leaves. Oh, look. And a beautiful mushroom under it. Almost the same, a similar color as some of the leaves on it. Anyway, I've got to dig up more brambles in here. Now, there's other locations where brambles can be, but I'm trying to encourage holly. See, there's a holly tree there. There's the holly tree that's right there. There's another one on the other side. So there's a holly tree in there that I'm trying, and there's a big one over there. So when I'm cutting back the laurel, I want the holly trees to take over, like this one here. These holly trees here, I preserved. They're huge, about 25 years ago. So it kind of shows it does pay off, but they're very slow growing. But they are the best habitat for songbirds and small birds because the corvids won't find their nests and eat the chicklings and eggs. So this thicket of holly is what I'm trying to get more of in the woods and replace the laurel, which is over there. My own litter. I've got to clean up my own litter. I keep walking that way and doing jobs and then walking down through the woods and out through the field. So I forget to come back and pick up my own litter. This bucket, that was for watering the tree. And then these were used when I was we were putting up that gate there. But look at this, still looking good. I can't wait in 3 or 4 years when that's a big flame of liquid amber going up into this little clearing. And look at the copper of that beech. There's a beech in front, but the beech behind is going copper. So wonderful, the autumn glory. So this is my gate. I still have to put up the fence. Oh, and the dogs have left that, abandoned that. So I might have to protect this beech tree from the gate hitting it. I should probably bolt it. So all I have to do is do that. There we go. And then some people can go under it and some people can go around it because I haven't put the fence up. He can't get his ball. Dear clever boy. It's like, what's the point of a gate when you can go around it? Look at this. Very plain, boring green. And it's turning into a gold wonder. And the twigs, look at that. The stems. Beautiful. Red, red, red. And then, look at this for mushrooms. Got to mind these steps. Get down here. This hasn't turned yet. This turns gold as well. It's just beginning to, look. Just beginning to go gold. Oh, I just broke it off. Oh, there we go. Bear's climbing the tree. But I was looking at these mushrooms. These mushrooms are magnificent. Look at that. Magnificent mushrooms. Isn't that right, Bear? Magnificent mushrooms. Oh, Maya wants to get up. You trying to get up, Maya? You trying to get up? You good boy, Bear. You're such a sweet boy. Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah. Bear, last time you climbed this, you fell off and went thump. So do you really think that's wise? Bear, do you really think that's wise? Can you turn around? Good boy. Come on. Get down. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. I know you want to climb up, but you couldn't. So I'm going to leave you down on the bottom. I know it's not very small legs. There we go. Now Inca's in underneath, finding voles or something. What's in there, Inca? You can see her white bottom, or tan bottom. Anyway, soon the elm, you can see there's baby elms beginning to go yellow down there. So we're going along our boundary trail, and look at this, some Herb Roberts. Herb Roberts is a lovely wild herb coming through all over the place. Are you coming too, Pokemon? Clever boy. So I've got this winter is going to be more attacking of laurel, like where the puppy's sniffing that big bit of laurel and all those green bits of laurel. I'm going to have to hack out. And then there'll be holly trees that are planted in other locations, which I'll transplant in those locations. Look at this. Isn't the elm gorgeous? Such a beautiful yellow. So that's the woodland, and this is the boundary trail, which over time, which I use to access the laurel on this side. The other trails are further in the woods that way. So we have the yellow of the elm, but here is a twig that has fallen from a larch tree. So the yellow of larch is also a beautiful yellow. We hold these together. There are two different kinds of yellows. The larch yellow is more kind of rusty, and then the elm yellow is yellow. But there's elm trees up there, not larch trees. You can see that one's going yellow. That 1, 2, 3, 4, that is a group of larch trees that lost a branch. And they have ivy. You see those knots of ivy, which make them grasp the wind and will fall. So I've actually got to chop. There's huge, hulking, great chunks of ivy. Look at that. Look at that. Huge. So those have to go. Traffic's picking up. It's getting to be rush hour. I'm walking in here. It's around 8 in the morning, I think. So people are going off to work. And I'm walking my dogs through the woods down my rejuvenated trail. Ooh, careful. So all natural ingredients were made to produce this bit of the trail. More steps. You can see this is the fresh bit that the storm this Saturday will settle this ground down. So loads of stone, which we can use for stone wall building in other places. They had to go around this. And here we are down at the bottom. It makes such a difference. There we go. Now let's look back up the stairway to heaven, the top of the hill, in other words, and look at the alleyways in the woods from when the plantations. This woodland was planted in 1960-61, and I met the guy who did it. There were already trees here. He just added Sitka spruce, larch, pine, Scots pine, and a couple of other things. Anyway, there we go. And now I join the trail that my friend's son, see, there's a bit of holly right here. We're going to preserve that. But this little tiny bit of the trail, I need to clear out a little bit. Are you going to go? Oh, you want to be lifted up over, there's bits of, oh, I see, there's bits of brambles. You don't like brambles. So this is the trail that my friend's son cleared up for me. Look at all the stones he dug out to make it easy so the quad can go in a circle if it's pulling a trailer. So in along this trail, along the road, there's logs from trees that were felled last September. They were dead ash trees. You can see where I pulled up a few stones. I've got to fill those in at some stage. But this is the trail along the road. You'll hear a car. Here comes a car. There you go. Here we go. Okay, you can go down now. There you go. Is it okay? Come on, let's go. This is a pile of stone. I've got to pick up more piles of wood. Oh, and speaking of bramble patches, look, this is a huge, it goes on the other side of that beech tree, a huge bramble patch all the way along here. Some areas I'm going to clear because of wildflowers. I want the bluebells and spring flowers to flourish as well as have a bramble patch. But there's also lots of firewood in the bramble patch. So this winter I'll do a bit of clearing up of the bramble patch just to access the timber, and then the bramble patch can grow back again. These are the areas that I showed you earlier that I filled in that were huge hollows. There's one, and then here's another. And you wouldn't know that that was a huge hollow. All my wood chip on it now. And then here's the trail back up. One of the trails back up. We have 3 trails now. One is just over there, goes up. That one goes up. And then the one I just came down. So that's the woodland work. Some woodland autumnal beauty. These are spindle. They're the seed heads. And when they pop open, they're orange inside. They're not popping open yet. Oh, there's one. There's one that's popping open. Oh, me and my video camera, I can't figure it out. There it is. There. Look at that orange. It's amazing. You'd never think nature would put that orange and that pink together, but they do in spindle. Of course, there's skjach or hawthorn as a beauty. But look at these golden beauties. These crab apples are looking gorgeous. Look at them. And they're ripening. Look at that yellow, orange on the, that direction is facing, they're facing that way is east, where the sun rises. So they've got a golden color about them. But this is a lovely crabapple tree. Look at the crab apples. This feeds the birds in January and February. Magnificent mushrooms all underneath this oak tree. Here's another knot of them. Look at them. Magnificent mushrooms. Fungi. This is the great oak tree with its huge, huge trunk. We once had a group here and there were 6 of us. And you can't see right now, but all 6 of us had to have our arms outstretched to get around the trunk. So it's massive. And it's lovely to see all the mushrooms underneath it. Yeah.